can see the chat. Do I have sound on? Hello? Huh? Knowing me, okay. Hello? Hello, hello, hello? There we go. And we've got a chat going too. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna just start drawing. I don't know if anyone's watching or in, but let's go. I'm trying to finish this rat bag over here. So some context. A few weeks ago, I was trying to do this for a competition, and I thought it was due then and there, and I pulled 3 all-nighters trying to finish it. Turns out it wasn't, and I forgot all about it, and now it's actually due next week, so I'm trying to finish it. But some characters, we've given some of the characters some names. We've got Sir Wawa of Chi over here. So he was a knight that is forced onto this mission, even though he doesn't want to be. We have Lucky, who is our chef, and he is he was brought along because he's unkillable, basically. He's just very lucky, survives anything. No survival skills, but just manages to do it. I got tricked into playing Gale, calling this Gale. No idea what Baldur's Gate is, but I called it Gale. So it's no longer Gale because that is a copyright and I will get in trouble for that. And then we've got our Rockstar over here, who I'm trying to figure out what to name this colorful, fun character. Let me just, yeah, there we go. And we've got our resident Chihuahua Punk, who is in everything that I do, and I couldn't just make a rat bag team of Chihuahuas without adding Punk. Yeah, feel free to jump on the chat. I'm just going to be over here chatting away. I've got Christo off screen too, my partner, who is also trying to draw on Procreate for the first time in his life. He is not an artist, but he wanted to do my draw this in your style challenge. Now, I just want to see one thing. Yes, wish him luck. Now, the colors are a bit muted, and I don't know if that's a YouTube problem, but regardless, we're going to go. I'm going to do this little rat bag. It's got no detail or no eyes or anything, so we're just going to have a bit of fun. And try and fix it up because they were a lot smaller, and then I decided that I don't want them to be that small, so I made them far bigger, which corrupted obviously the file and everything. And I was also running on little sleep. So now we're gonna try and finish it. Very stylish though, can I just say, for a Chihuahua. I've made little, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see if I can fix up everything I've done. And that's my Chihuahua off screen, who you may hear because she has heard her name far too many times and is wondering if she'll be let on screen, and if she will also be let to have you know, treats, which we'll definitely give her treats after this. Yeah, so let's go. So if anyone has any name suggestions, I'm also happy to hear name suggestions. The other chaotic thing I should mention is I accidentally used too many layers and have run out of layers. So I'm trying to do this with so little layers. I'm trying to fix it. But if anyone has a groovy name for this Chihuahua, I'm all ears and I would love to hear it. I should also check, does my chat work? I'm gonna write something in the chat. Easy. Cool, it do work. Okay, awesome. Awesome. Maybe we'll get Christo's screen soon if he's confident enough to. I did a draw this in your style. I need sleep. Wow. Draw this in your style artwork, and he wants to join in, so that's what he's doing right now. He's having a bit of fun. But yeah. If anyone's watching, feel free to tell me how your day was. If you are in Australia, how your long weekend was, actually. There's my other dog, Rock, who is come running lovingly because I have said his favorite word in the entire world, which is treats. And now he's like wanting some treats. Okay, and I really want to. I feel like this little Chihuahua is looking pretty epic, and I'd love to give it an epic kind of name, but I'm actually not too sure what name to give it. You know, I feel like it has to be something. I don't know. The idea also was that they all met in a pub, where Gail over here, to be named, was like overhearing them all going on an adventure, and she was like, "Oh, these poor Chihuahuas, they're not going to survive." So she decided to tag along because she knew they had to. She's actually retired. She works a mundane job. So she's just there for the vibes and to make sure they're okay because she's really good. So she's come out of retirement just for them. This little rat bag over here is actually the musician who jumped on the wrong who jumped on the wrong bus. Or not bus, like
horse and cart.
Horse and cart. Why would Chihuahuas ride a horse and cart? And yeah, it jumped on just purely thinking it was where all the gear is and everything, but alas, it was not. It was just, you know, not where the gear is, but also not where it's meant to be. So now they're on a epic fun adventure. I don't know what the threat is, so we got to figure that is. Hi Teddy, how are you today? Thanks for joining. How are you? How you going? Do you do art often? We're rambling on here. This is a nice color. How do I not have that in here? Yeah. I'm really good actually. I'm vibing trying to finish this Chihuahua artwork. You a fan of Chihuahuas or dogs in general? Or fantasy? Thanks. There's a nice, fun pink color actually. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Trying to come up with a name for a little rock star over here. For a little rock star bard. Just gonna add a bit more depth. You're also gonna have to bear with me because I just upgraded my iPad because my other one broke. So this pen is different and I keep pressing stuff that just makes different things happen. So Rocky, Rocky is such a cute name. I love it so much. Rocky the Chihuahua. Oh, thank you. Hopefully we'll get it done. I'm gonna jump on a few more times. I still got a few to do in the background. I want to give Punk over here a nice hood. I think Punk will be a bit of fun. What is going on? Ah, yeah, that's what's going on. So we're just gonna do a bit more depth also. So we've got Rocky then, and we're trying to find a fun old school name, like for our little, because we had Gale, but Gale, for licensing reasons, doesn't work. So I'm trying to think of a kind of like a, you know, those like archetypes where they're just quite loving and they just want to look out for their friends, but they, you know, she just wanted to retire and live in her quiet village and read her books. But she's like, oh, well, I guess I'm going on this quest now with these dogs. Man, I gotta give this dog some eyes. It's looking a bit obscure. Obscure is not the word I would use. That's the polite word I would use. We'll go from there. This is quite fun. I've been streaming on Twitch and it's been quiet, but I'm glad I jumped on here. This is great. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Okay. I'm just trying to give this poor little thing some definition or something. Some eyes maybe would be a good start. I'm gonna do the eyes because I think if the eyes are done, then it won't look as you know, crazy. I don't know what the right word to use is. Wild. Although wild isn't the worst thing, nor is crazy. Fits the vibe. Whee! Actually, I'm going to do a whole other layer, just for fun. Let me get rid of this one. Now that looks terrifying. Ooh, that looks terrifying. What is happening? There we go. Okay. Let's have a look. So, we've gotten some eyes. I'm just going to do a bit more detail on the eyes. I actually don't like the way they're shaped, so let's fix that up. Hopefully you can finish it. I did say if it doesn't get finished in time for this competition, I'm just actually going to turn these into characters. If anyone's watching, I do have an online store with a lot of other Chihuahua art. And I was saying that maybe I'll just make these into a band. Oh, it's okay. My parents were the same. My mum, lovingly, who might be watching this because she's, yeah, turned around, didn't, they all parents are the same. They're all like, do something else, with a career. But then, I don't know, we ended up doing art somehow, despite all the other avenues we went down. Do I know any YouTube channels? I don't. I actually don't. I'm pretty self-taught, but my method of self-taught has been a bit of madness. I just kind of just kept doing it. What kind of art do you like to do, Teddy? I know a lot of artists on, say, like Instagram and stuff. Don't really know. What is going on? Why is this not working? My method to madness for drawing has been, hold on, this circle is not a circle and it's really bugging me. Just to genuinely, I picked up a sketchbook as a kid and I just kept doing it, which, I don't know, a lot of, actually, hold on. Sorry, I need to concentrate for 1 second. Yeah, that's terrifying. We're gonna start again. What I might do, delete that, is just to keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice as much as you can. Drawing people. Are you, what do you like using? Do you use an iPad? Do you use what's it called? Like a paper and pen, paint, oil pastels? No, your English is actually fine. I honestly, if you like drawing nature and stuff, I don't know about people, but something I used to do is I would just sit outside in my backyard and I would just grab out some pencils and some art supplies and I would just draw. You're not going to like it at first, and I think the biggest advice is not to really compare yourself to other people because it's really hard when you're trying to do something, especially when you're starting out and you're like, oh, I wish I could draw like this. But I think that's the advice I'd probably give myself back then. But just sit down and draw everything you see. What else? Just keep practicing. Oh, cool. So yeah, I started out using pencils also, charcoal pencils mainly, and just pencils. I think, and you said you wanted to draw people? Was that what you were after? Because I think the best way to... Ooh, what brush is that? Why am I blending with a short hair brush? Okay. Yeah, just draw. Do you have I also kind of learned how to draw and not animation. I would read a lot of comic books and I would try to replicate the styles and see how they did it. And if you can get one of those posable figures, I think they're pretty handy and you can learn that way too. But I don't know if I'm making any sense because my only advice is just to keep doing it. Like, just keep doing it. Just do it and do it and do it until it makes sense. And then one day you're gonna have a look and you're like, oh, that actually looks cool, or that worked out. because we all got to start somewhere. Like I can show you guys some of the artworks I started out with. Oh, look, it doesn't look as maddening anymore now that it's got eyes. Maybe that's all it needed. It just needed some eyes. And then, yeah, I don't know if that helps. I guarantee you, if you keep doing it, you'll get there. But just have fun, Like I think the biggest thing I want to do with my art is I just want someone to look at it and let them be a little bit happy for a while. So whether that's just like drawing a chihuahua or drawing some really colorful art, sometimes you just want to draw, and you just want to draw for the sake of putting some goodness out into the world. And I would say just keep drawing until it makes you happy, and don't listen to what anyone else says. Do I like cats? I do. I actually just drew a whole bunch of cats for I had a lot of people ask for cats. I don't know if I can get it also up here, but yeah, they're on my website if you want to jump on jojosdreamart.com, or on my Instagram, or actually I think they're on one of the short videos that I actually shared recently. I have a pirate cat called Captain Pearl, and she's quite adorable. I've got Luna the chaotic, chaotic cosmic cat, who is a cat that's late to work and is riding a shooting star to get there. I've got Rosie, the knife kitty, who I've just recently done. So all my characters, I actually write short, fun stories for them too. And what else? Who else? Christo? Who am I missing? Ah, I've got two cats, Blaze and Aqua, which is a fire cat and a water cat. And they're also quite cool. So yeah, I do like drawing cats was something that was very different to me because I've only ever drawn dogs, but once you get the hang of it, you get the hang of it. It's pretty fun. And then who else is there? No, that was all the cats that I did. But I've done cats as commissions for people. Do I like the orange in the eyes? I feel like I should have done pink. Pink would have been a vibe. Let's do pink. I really like this bright pink that we've got going on here. Let's have a look. Cat's your favorite animal, Teddy? Oh, cute. I don't like that YouTube actually darkens the colors. Is it coming up as vibrant for you all? Let's have a look. Do you have a favorite type of cat? Okay, well, we're getting somewhere. For some reason, it just keeps darkening out. That's okay. I just want to share how vibrant this pink is. It's like, don't ask me why I have little bins like this. I don't know if that's coming out vibrant also. So cats are your favorite. Yeah, they're so fluffy. The ragdolls. Is it ragdolls? Ragdolls. And there's a different one that I also drew that was really, really fluffy. But they look like they'd be very fluffy too. I think that one was one that I had people request a lot. A Norwegian cat. I'm not too sure exactly the cat. Christo will look it up and he'll put the cat name in the chat. Christo's my unofficial. Ooh, what have I just done? Hold on a minute. I just mentioned that I have a new iPad and I'm trying to figure it all out. It flipped by itself. I'm sorry. I'm figuring it all out. A fun place to figure out live on camera. Let me just make it all chaotic. Cool. But yeah, do you have a favorite dog breed, or are you just a cat person? I kind of like the eyes. Ah, yes. Thanks, Chris. The musician Chihuahua is also my favorite. I think uh well, punk also is. I think it just looks really fun, you know? Fun is what we aim for. I think I've just realized I've made the eyes a bit too big. Well, I think what we should do. Oh, it's Norwegian forest cat. That is the one. The Norwegian forest cat. um, let's have a look. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Why is it so muted, the colors? It's okay. There we go. That's looking okay. I think all we needed was a nose. Let's have a look. Add a bit more depth to it. But did you have a favorite dog breed? That's the $1,000,000 question. Fun fact, Chihuahuas were never my favorite dog breed. Mini Foxies are. They're just nutbags and menaces. But you know, right on brand. That's okay, you don't have to have one. Cats are pretty cool. I think I like that actually. And then we've got to play around with the nose. I actually have a surprising amount of layers. How exciting, all things considered. The other day I was playing around with just one layer when I had to do this last, and I was like, this is madness. I cannot do anything on one layer and having to keep combining them. Okay. Let's have a look. Wait, which one's a Persian cat? Is that also a fluffy cat? I'm thinking we're gonna need some music for this doggo. I kind of want to look it up, but let's have a look. A Persian cat. Stand by, I'm typing. Oh, that is such a cute, look at its face. It looks so angry in the most adorable way. I can understand why that's your favorite cat. Let's have a look. It's just, oh, what have I done? Do you guys want to know a tip when drawing dog noses? I think let me double check. I think it's the same for cats actually. I'm just gonna get back up the page. Yeah, just draw the letter E to on its side and flipped. So have a look. Wait, what do you mean that's the extreme? Are there different variations of the cat? Let's have a look. So what you want to do, letter E, and then the letter E. You see? And you can even, well, I've kind of flipped my colors around, but I've got to fix that. You can just, there. And that works for cats also. So if you ever want a fun tip, just do the letter E. Okay. Let's have a look. So I'm gonna duplicate that. Alpha lock. And well, now I have to go look. So what do I, oh, I see what you mean. So one's like, yeah, okay. One actually does look like a doll. That's actually a really good explanation of it. Whereas the other one looks very angry. Do you know why? They've got two different faces and two different reactions. What I might do. It's too bright for what I'm not liking. Let's do this. Phew, that kind of works. Let's get it a bit lighter, and then yeah, it's really interesting how they've both got two different faces. Oh, facial features. Kind of reminds me of, like, I guess, pugs and French bulldogs, I suppose. Well, see, this is where I got really confused on cats, and I sparked the whole debate by accident. When it comes to different types of cats, because they're not breeds per se, but I was trying to figure that out when trying to draw them. I was trying to hold on. I was trying to figure out what the breed is and what type of cat it is and everything. So but I was told that they're not breeds per se, but they're the type of cat. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. What is going on here? I've picked the exact same. Actually, no, it's not. Yeah, yes, it is. Ignore me. I've just picked the exact same color. Cool. Cool. Okay. Hey, Christo, what's your favorite cat breed? Is that a tough question? Fluffy. A fluffy cat makes for a great cat. Do fluffy cats shed as much as fluffy dogs? Do cats shed? Let's have a look. Well, not have a look, that's right. Let's have a look at this. What am I doing wrong? Maybe it needs to be a tad bit darker. But not too dark. But it's not really... What have I done? I see what I've done. Well, I'm just trying to concentrate for 1 second. It seems I have forgotten how to draw a dog nose. Also, another trick is... Oh, well, this appeals more to digital art. Let's have a look. Nope. That's right, the brush is, I think, a little bit too big for that small bit. Alright, in future, I think I need to do each dog on their own separate canvas and then add it in. Oh, we can make it work. We've made it work. That's okay. Now what I can do... Nope, don't want that one. Darken it up a little bit. Perfect. Jump on that one. And go from there. Whee! That's way too big and way too bright. You just kind of want it to just loosely touch that bit. And blur it up a little bit. Just to give it a bit of depth. And tiniest bit of depth. Just like that. Cool. I think it doesn't look as scary now that there is, what's it called? Now that there's a bit more facial features on there. I think before it was just pure madness. Let's have a look. Okay. I do think we need some music for this. What kind of music do we think Rocky would be playing?
The lute.
Well, yeah, but tavern music. Would you like to make us some tavern music? Ooh, yeah. Jump on GarageBand, I think, has a lute. Okay, I'm just gonna add this little guy's mouth for the time being, so it's not as... Nope, we're not adding a mouth at all. That looks weird. We will add the mouth later. Let's have a look. I think it just has to be like the tiniest of lines would probably be better. What have we done? There we go. Yeah, good. Wait, are you actually doing it? You can add some music for us? That'd be fun. Live hits and live music featuring me. Are you making music? Oh, we've got Christo in the background making music now. But would it also be a lute? Would you like me to show you how to get a lute? You can do it. Oh, I am so excited. So this actually comes with theme music now. All right, let's have a look. I wonder if there's an easier way to screen, but to screen to. That's not what I want. I want the short hairbrush. Let's blend it in together. A bit like that. It's giving bubbles, like from the Powerpuff Girls. I think the eyes. Whee! And it's also giving mortifying at the same time, but in a very cute way. Ah, this is a vibe. I don't know what that is, but GarageBand is so much more different than Logic Pro. Oh, we just needed a basic kind of tune. Oh, I've accidentally made a love heart on the head. That's so cute. We're gonna leave that. Ooh. It's knocking everything down. I want to add some fun eyebrows too. What happened to our lute? Our lute was pretty fun and cool.
That was a lute, not a lute.
Well, I want a lute. I want whatever that sound before was. Let's have a look. That's such a cute Chihuahua. It's got a weird looking face, but we love it. We stand a weird looking face. Let's have okay. I think that one needs to be a pen. I think that was the issue when I was doing this last time, was that the canvas was so small that I haven't, what's it called, that I haven't, yeah, the canvas was so small I wasn't able to blend or do anything properly. I think that's why I started to get frustrated with it last time, but we'll get there. We'll make it work. We like rising to a challenge. So do we, for this fantasy band that this Chihuahua is playing in, can it just be playing in a lute?
Yeah.
Ooh. Ooh. It's got a weird circular face. I don't know how or why I did that. We're actually also working on a theme song for my brand. I'm actually really excited to share that with you all. I don't know why I need a theme song, but I need a theme song. It was discussed in depth and established. I don't know. I think I need it a bit lighter, actually, more than I need it darker. What's the lighter shade? Here we go. I think I've made its face too big. There we go. That's giving, you know, those like really yappy. I love them. Don't get me wrong. I love every single Chihuahua. The really yappy Chihuahuas. That's what I want this one to be. I want it to be a rock star and a yapping Chihuahua. Okay, let's have a look. So, there's a few people have joined. I'm just going to do a quick introduction. So we've got over here, Chihuahua of Chi. We've got Lucky. We need to name this character. We've got Rocky, and we've got Punk. Chihuahua of Chi, is probably my favorite name we've ever named anything. I don't know where Chihuahua of Chi is, but basically Chihuahua of Chi doesn't want to be here. Rocky over here has accidentally stumbled upon this quest. Pure accident. Didn't want to be here, but was thought he was putting his gear in a van, but accidentally stumbled upon with our heroes. Then we have Punk, who is a little rat bag because we love her and she's a rat bag in everything she does. She's leading these Chihuahuas into battle. Who else do we have? We have. I'm just gonna be chaotic for a second and blend all of the combine all of these. We're working on very limited layers, which makes it a lot harder to. Hold on. There we go. We also have. We need a very loving name for this character over here. Ah, hi Jacqueline. Thank you for joining us. How are you going today? We're just drawing our chihuahuas. Do you have a favorite out of the 5 chihuahuas over here? Actually, yeah, if anyone's in here, feel free to drop your favorite. I'd be really curious. Every time I've streamed it, I've had vastly different favorites, and I feel like it's almost like picking an archetype. Like, which chihuahua are you? So, let's have a look. We're getting somewhere with the face, actually. We can make this nice and smooth. I don't mind the rest of it being a bit chaotic because I think it matches a personality. I just need to add some depth and shadows to it. I think once we added the eyes, it just kind of made it work, whereas before it was just pure chaos. I think that needs to be the tagline of everything I do. Well, welcome to pure chaos. Did you have a favorite, Jacqueline? If you're with us, or Teddy, if you're still here. We know Christo has already said that his favorite is the one I'm working on now, which So Wawa of Chi was your favorite, and I feel like
He is.
we love Chihuahuas equally here. Oh my goodness, does that even look like a Chihuahua? I feel like I've been drawing dogs so much, and I'm like, what is a dog? I do. I don't like how bold this is. So, let's blend it a bit more. You can do like a bit of a fine line. Yeah, and I might do get that, lower the opacity, could even just play around with that. I don't know how I feel about this one. That may just be the perfectionist in me. I think something about their eyes, I don't know, or their face, it's lacking some depth. And I think that has a big part to play. I like the colors, pink and gold. Thank you. There. Oh, see, I don't know what I've just done with this pen. Things are popping up. It was very impulsive, actually, because I realized I actually struggled when it comes with yellow, gold, and green. So it's really hard, I find, especially green, to match it with anything. And I think this dog was originally meant to be green and gold, but we started thinking, oh, it's too much like any Australian Olympic sport. And I know with the other one, the first comment I got was when I had green and orange was, oh, it's very much like, oh, what was it? I don't know. And then I had the 4-leaf clover. It was very Irish, and oh, like okay, but green is a color that actually is a bit of a struggle to match with things because so many people and things use green and gold, and it gets to the point where what is going on here? Why is this not working? This needs a bit more depth. Just bear with me talking to myself. yeah, like anything we were trying to blend it with just wasn't, you know, working out. I think once we add a bit more definition, I might jump into a whole new one here. Yeah, cool. Let's start mapping out where some definition needs to be. Yeah. That looks like a determined little rascal. I'm deliberately going to add that heart in. That was accidental, but now it is deliberate. I don't think I like how big the face is, so I might fix that. But also, what I can do, because I think the nose has a big part to play, we bring down the nose and we bring down the chaotic smile. Let's bring it down here. There we go, and then at least that gives us room to play when it comes to... Oh, you guys can't even see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. There we go. It gives us room to play when it comes to adding definition to the nose. So now if I go in, that was completely the wrong color, but now if I go in and I add a bit more, and I try to blend that, that should not help because you can't tell, but we'll get there. Yeah, there you go. So you can start to see a bit more definition. And we had a lot of room to play with the chin also. It's so interesting coming back to an artwork when you've been off it for so long because you're just trying to figure out what you were thinking and what you were doing. What was she thinking? What's that phrase? What are they doing here? Don't mind me, I'm consistently going to be giggling to myself. Did you get up to anything fun, Jacqueline, today? Christo, did you get up to anything fun? Teddy, if you're still in the chat, did you guys get up to anything fun? Oh, I say today, it's 9:30 here in Australia. Again, do not... Why? Okay, cool. Sorry, my pen. I haven't figured this out. If anyone has an iPad Pro and you can figure out how I'm getting this random menu on, would love to know. I gotta go into a class, I think, and figure out how to do it and be like, why does this keep happening? Or I'll just keep playing it until I'm not playing it, keep bumping it until I've eventually figured out why that's happening. Okay. But yeah, I say today because it's 9:30 p.m. here. Did you get it to work? Do you? Okay. If you bring it to me, I will get it to work for you. So we ended up actually, because this iPad broke yesterday, and we ended up, well, not this one, the other one, my old one, and we couldn't fix it, but conveniently it worked today. So I've just given it to Christo, and he wants to, if you follow me on Instagram, or you can, JojO's Dream Art, I have something called a Draw This in Your Style going on, where basically you can draw the artwork I've done in your own style. And he would like to do it. There you go. Done. He's just nodding off screen, confused how I did that in 2 seconds. Basically, we have family a family on the iPad, so like family on just Apple or whatever it's called. So anything I download, he has access to. But he went to go download Procreate, and it said he had to pay for it. And I was like, no, you don't. Please don't pay for Procreate. Please don't. I mean, pay for Procreate, but don't pay for it again when you've got access to it because of the thing. Procreate's a great app. Pay for Procreate if you can. Not if you can, if you plan on using it. Adobe, on the other hand, I don't care. Do whatever you want with that one. Someone's going to come at me in the comments soon and be like, don't bag on Adobe. Adobe's the best. And I'm going to be like, I don't care. It's $700. Does anyone use Adobe? Because why? just, why is it so expensive? I would like to use Adobe a lot more, but who's got $800 lying around? Just use Illustrator, not even any of the other fun apps. Alright, let me just, I wanna bring more depth into this dog. It's looking very determined. You know what? It reminds me of like, what's the thing called, Christo? There's a specific type of musicians that put face paint on. A type of rock.
Kiss.
Not Kiss.
Glam rock.
Glam rock. It reminds me of glam rock. And this dog. It's very glamorous. I don't know, I think just with the, oh, you can't see, with the face and everything that's going on. It's very glam rock vibe. Glamorous. Glam rock. Cool. I think I kind of want to, you know what, I want to add more depth because I'm not happy with the lack of depth here in this dog. I think the biggest challenge of this is trying to figure out how to do it with so little layers on such a shrunken thing. What's it called? Canvas. I might not stream for too long because I don't think my brain is working. I think I'm tired. I also don't know how long it's been so far because I did not keep track of time. Sorry. But actually let's keep going till we finish this one. Because I reckon I can have it done soon. And did Procreate work for you? Cool. Cool. We're gonna get a Christo's Dream Art soon. He's just gonna forego his musical talents and decide to be an artist. My one, draw this in your style challenge motivated you enough to do it. Actually, I like this. I feel like it really does give glam rock. What do you all think? Are we glam rocking it out, or are we just... I need something darker than that. I have been forgetting to add the colors. Just gonna... I know this looks messy and chaotic, but it won't once I blend it all together. I've been having to learn new and fun, innovating ways. It just... What are those? Looks like a gremlin. What a gremlin. What's that horror movie? No, it is a gremlin. It looks like a gremlin. I've drawn a gremlin. A lute playing gremlin. Cool. I don't know. Something is wrong about it, and I don't know what it is, but I'm vibing the makeup look it's got. I'm gonna add these colors. What was the green for? Oh yeah, that's right. I was saying I was gonna do it as green and gold. I reckon we could probably get away with adding a bit of green in there. That might look a bit fun. You know, like how tricolored chihuahuas have what's it called? It might help with the depth, but also, yeah, tricolored chihuahuas. They're 3 different colors. I think we could get away with doing that here. Don't have to do it too much, but just a little bit. But I actually kind of really like it. It looks like war paint also. I think the battle they're all on, I was trying to figure it out. The fantasy quest is a way to find more treats. You know what? The green actually looks kind of fun. It looks like deliberate. Well, I mean, obviously it would be deliberate. It looks like it's gone on and added a bit of paint to itself. Glam rock. Glamour rock. Poor Rock. I've got a dog called Rock who's just perking his head up every 2 seconds. Like, you said my name? Are there treats? Are there treats involved in my name calling? Is there a darker one? Let's use this. Let's try and Blend it in. Ooh, okay, cool. We're getting somewhere. Nice. Okay. What do we think, chat? Was a green a good idea? Before I commit to it? I think it's too late. I think I've committed to it. I don't know. I like that I'm looking at it on the screen up here instead of on the actual screen. I think it works for parts of it, but I think it's getting... Do the green. Do the green. Do the green. That's how I read that. I think if I blend it a bit better, maybe it'll be a bit easier so it looks a bit more deliberate instead of winging it. You know what? I'm just gonna get rid of the loot for a second. Ignore that massive line there. Oh yeah, so once we've... I think a darker green worked a lot better than the brighter one. So, I don't know if I like it on the face over here, so I'm gonna see what it looks like without. Yeah, because maybe we could play around with adding yellow to the face there instead. It needs something. It needs something. This isn't it. The brush is too thick. That's too thin. The woes. Maybe just do a whole campaign about this. Whee. Okay. Fun. Bless you. Alright. I think I'm getting a bit too tired to continue this on, so I might leave it for the time being. Might do this again in a couple of days. We'll have a look. But yeah. Actually, before I go, I'm gonna fix that because I'm gonna look at this tomorrow and I'm gonna be like, what was I thinking? Just gonna add a bit of pink to it. And then hopefully blend that a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. That doesn't look as harsh on the... Instead of doing that, what I could do is just drag the nose. Turn the auto lock off on that. Hey! There we go. That doesn't look as bad or as harsh. I'm waiting for it to fix itself. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna leave it there. I will have a better look at that tomorrow. But thank you to everyone who joined. For Teddy, Jacqueline, Christo, and anyone else that would have joined. Feel free to check out jojosdreamart.com. It's my website, my Instagram or TikTok, and everything. And hopefully, we will have this done in time to submit. Thank you. Bye.